welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the long time between episodes. Unfortunately, I was recovering, still am recovering from surgery for a detached retina. That's why if you'll see this little band here that says I have a gas bubble in my eye, which they put in there to kind of keep the keep everything in place and so the retina heals properly. Good times. Found that out, went in for surgery. That was a little over a month ago. Still waiting for the gas bubble to settle down. It's still there. I can still see it. Fortunately, I'm developing cataract in that eye, so now I'll have to have cataract surgery in about 3 months. So when it rains, it pours. So I understand, please, why there was no show for over a month. In addition to that, we had some very severe cold weather here in Tennessee. Ended up bursting several pipes in the house while I was in recovery for detached retina, which involved me having to be face down for 2 weeks straight, which was joy of my life. I normally don't sleep on my stomach, and basically every part of my body hurt after doing that because I'd have to walk like that too, facing the floor. Get little breaks, 10-minute breaks, I should say, and then a couple of half-hour meal breaks, but other than that, I was facing the floor for that entire 2 weeks. Now I can lay on my side, lay face down. Unfortunately, I cannot lay on my back. We'll see how that works out. Probably another couple weeks before I can do that. But, fun is. I'm trying to think of all the things that happened within that time period, so much has happened. Just like I said, I ended up having to do some emergency plumbing. After my eye healed, we got that all straightened out. And on top of things, while I was in that recovery within those 2 weeks, my wife's head gasket blew on her car. We ended up running out and actually purchasing another car. So that's it's almost comical. It isn't, but it's almost comical. That was in Jackson with 30-some-odd degree weather, so we had to wait for a tow for that for there. But aside from that, let's see. Within those 4 weeks, we lost Toby Keith. Just wire, folks. I'm still straight edge. But yeah, unfortunately, Toby Keith succumbed to stomach cancer, and it made Red Solo Cups popular all over the world. That was a funny thing. Like that song was floated around Nashville for years and years and years. I forget the originator, the writer of that, but they were doing that song for years, and nobody wanted it. They kept passing on it, and it took Toby Keith to kind of infuse new life into it and cover it and make it his own, and make a stupid song about Solo Cup just ridiculously popular, and sometimes it takes the charisma of a certain individual to do that, but yeah, once again, rest in peace, Toby Keith. I apologize if I'm a little down today. I'm just experiencing a really bad migraine at the moment, but I felt like I needed to do some kind of show for some, to put something out there for people and let everybody know I'm still alive. Every now and then I'll close my eyes just because my pupil is dilated and it gets to be a little distracting with the lights and whatnot. Once again, like I said, I do still have the bubble in there, which I do see. Other than that, though, we had the real disgusting allegations against Vince McMahon. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that because I feel like other podcasters have done a great job of covering that and just fleshing out all the details of that. And we've heard ad nauseum some of the details of that report, and I don't want to get into that because it's just repulsive, some of the things that are alleged in that report. So, and I say alleged because nothing's been proven. There hasn't seen its day in court yet, but given McMahon's track record, it wouldn't shock me if they were true. I mean, being a civil matter, you're not going to see any criminal investigation, probably. But this could end. I'm guessing it's probably going to end up in some sort of settlement where they're just going to pay her off. That would be my guess. I don't know that for a fact, but that would be my guess. Giant Laurinaitis is basically throwing everybody under the bus right now publicly. So there's that. And then we had the allegations from Ashley. Wow, my memory just eluded me right now, but I knew it would happen. Ashley Mazzaro. Wow, I knew that would happen. As soon as I got in the air, the brain just stops working. That resurfaced in recent light. I mean, we can't obviously, all of it's hearsay because we can't obviously talk to her now because she unfortunately took her own life a few years ago, which is sad and horrible. And we got Vice coming out with offering some legal counsel for former employees of WWE that are female that might want to come forward with their stories. So Vice is trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator. I'm sure there'll be a few that come forward. I just wish not to victim shame anybody, but I just wish these matters would get reported to the police so they can investigate these things criminally. Because McMahon has so much money, you hit him with civil suits and it really doesn't even faze him. I mean, he's a billionaire. So what really needs to happen is there needs to be some criminal charges brought up against if we're to deter any of this type of behavior in the future and help anybody, prevent anybody from having to go through this again. That's what unfortunately should have been done. Unfortunately, a lot of people are just, ashamed and scared to come forward, and it takes someone coming forward to, a lot of times bring other people out of the woodwork, unfortunately, but that's really the only way to, possibly dissuade anything like this happen in the future is bring about criminal charges. Because he'll just keep throwing money after money. I mean, the guy's got it in spades. He's not going to go poor. Unfortunately, but, TKO has disavowed any connection with McMahon. He's no longer affiliated with the WWE in any way, shape, or form. Excuse me. So, moving forward, WWE has nothing to do with any of the McMahons at this point, unless you consider Triple H a McMahon, which he isn't. But it's really sad because really Stephanie really doesn't want anything to do with it. And you can't blame her because she was totally ousted from her position, basically by Vince McMahon, and then Shane really took off and didn't want any affiliation with the WWE. So for the first time in a very long time, you have a WWE which is McMahonless, and for the most part, it's a good thing because with Triple H and Have Creative, there's some really good things happening. I mean, we've got this great Bloodline storyline, which is inclusive of The Rock, obviously, and that's been really excellent so far, so continue to go down that road towards WrestleMania. And it's going to be a really good show this year. And I know a lot of people are telling me they haven't been this invested and this interested in WWE in a very long time, and WrestleMania in a very long time, I think this upcoming Elimination Chamber premium live event is going to be interesting. Really don't, excuse me, sorry. We really don't have a whole lot of matches because the bulk of the show is probably going to be the Elimination Chamber matches themselves. You've got the undisputed WWE Tag Team champions, the Judgment Day against the New Catch Republic. I don't foresee them taking the the belts off of Judgment Day. I really don't. I think it's going to be a good match. I really do, but I really don't see them taking those belts off of Judgment Day. I think that's going to be I'll probably have them going into WrestleMania if I have to make a bet on things. The men's Elimination Chamber is all set, I believe. Who we got in there? Jeez, we got Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and LA Knight. I kind of see Drew coming out of that with a win. I really do. I don't see Logan Paul having a need for another belt. I really don't think they'll give that to him. LA Knight's the only other one that I find kind of interesting out of that whole group. That might be interesting, but I kind of see Drew coming out of that, and that could possibly be a match coming up for WrestleMania. Would be Drew versus excuse me, Seth Rollins. The women's, I don't think they've got all the contenders in the women's match right at this point. I know they've got we've got Becky Lynch. I know they've got what have they got? Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair. Naomi's in it. Who else? That is. If I scan down real quickly, really wish they'd just list some of these as a list. That would be nice, but heaven forbid that, But I kind of see, Tiffany Stratton. That's the other one I was trying to think of. Tiffany looks good. Not going to take anything away from her, but I wouldn't be shocked if Liv Morgan comes out of this. Either Liv or Becky. I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Liv Morgan though. And then what else do we have? We got the Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. I don't see Nia Jax taking Ripley down. I just hope that during this match that Nia Jax does not hurt Rhea Ripley. She's been awfully sloppy in the past and had a reputation for being awfully stiff, which she has been. And I really don't want to see her take out the main women's star of WWE right now. That would disappoint me greatly. So hopefully we'll pray for an injury-free match there, but I think Rhea retains the belt coming out of that. I don't see her not retaining the belt out of that. Let's see. Now, I don't know if they've announced all the matches for it. I'm sure we might see something tonight or possibly Friday. I haven't seen any announcements or any spoilers coming out of the SmackDown camp, because obviously they're going to be in transit for Australia on Friday, I'm sure. So if not, they're already. So they're pre-taping SmackDown. Which I think are they gonna do it in Utah again, if I'm not mistaken? But that's gonna be pre-taped, so it's gonna be pre-taped SmackDown show. We'll see what happens there. I mean, there's been a lot going on as far as what's been going on with The Rock and between him and Cody Rhodes. They've done this pretty brilliantly. Do I think they stumbled onto it? No, I think they planned it this way. I think they swerved this. I don't see The Rock. There's so many different ways this can play out. I mean, we're gonna see Reigns versus Cody at WrestleMania, and I think he's gonna take the belt. Cody is. And I think he's gonna have some help too, some supporting characters come out like Seth and maybe Sammy and whatnot. That was the other thing. Is Sammy facing off against Gunther at the Elimination Chamber? I didn't see that listed on the card. I guess that's only because Jay's going to be facing off against Gunther previous to that, so I think, which I don't think Jay's going to take the belt off him. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Sammy's going to be the one eventually to take it off. Maybe that'll be a WrestleMania bout. I don't know. But it's shaping out to be a great WrestleMania. A great WWE, some awesome storylines. Even if it took The Rock coming back to do it, but some real good stuff coming on. Rock being a tremendous heel, great heel. It looks like he's loving doing it too. He looks like he's really digging into this heel role and enjoying it. I think it's going to be a really good WrestleMania, and I'm excited for it. I'm not going to be able to obviously watch the Elimination Chamber because when is that? That's going to be on at is that going to be on at 3 or 4 in the morning? Jeez. It's Saturday. I love that picture they have of Rhea Ripley on the poster. That's great. 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Yeah, I'm not gonna be watching that. Sorry, guys. I gotta get up at 4 o'clock and be into work for Saturday. So I'll be watching that when I get home, and I'm sure I'll have all the spoilers in hand before I watch it. But say la vie. But shaping up to be a good card, good show. Should be interesting. It's shaping up to be a great WrestleMania. What else we got going on? Like I said, so much happened within the last month. I don't want to. I don't know what to devote time to. That's a scary thing. Because really, so much has happened. But I mean, aside from that, like I said, we got the going on with Vince. We got all this stuff going on. I even got some stuff with Chris Jericho, some allegation against him. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there with Chris Jericho. But aside from that, like I said, good time to be a wrestling fan. Let's look past all the negative stuff and try to enjoy the really good programs we got coming up. Enjoy WrestleMania because, like I said, I know some people that haven't watched in a long time. They're looking forward to watching WrestleMania again. I mean, other than that, check out Crushing Kayfabe, crushingkayfabe.com, Crushing with a K. Check us out on Patreon for just $1 a month. You can help keep these lights on, and help me with my recovery. But so patreon.com, look for Crushing Kayfabe, Crushing with a K. And in addition to that, check out Then and Now Flea Market in downtown Trenton. Right across the square. Can't miss them. You can check out our booth there. Got some items for sale there. Some handmade items from my wife, some items from me. Check them out, Then and Now, in Trenton, Tennessee, if you're in the Western Tennessee area. And, once again, as always, prayers and thoughts going out to Ukraine, going out to Israel. That's all I can say for now. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I said, I'm sorry about the long pause in between shows, but I'm back and hopefully everything's gonna be good for a while. I'll have to have cataract surgery in about 3 months, but that won't shouldn't hinder the show, I should say. But yeah, looking forward to everybody. Looking forward to WrestleMania. Looking forward to all the good wrestling coming up. And thank you guys for tuning in. God bless.